What's your name?
Meera.
And what dal did you make?
It's a mango dal. I hope you tried it. I still have some left. You should try it. I could leave it behind.
Actually, we didn't try it. Yeah, we didn't try it.
It's a very simple dal. It's just little moong dal, yellow moong dal
Yeah.
with raw mango in it.
Yeah.
So it's my favorite dal. I was looking for you. So don't leave me outside.
Yeah.
Uh,
And where is it from? When was the first time you had it?
so I'm basically from Chennai.
Okay.
So this yellow dal is not a traditional Chennai dish.
Yeah.
I think it's more from an English, but it's become part of all our diets. We all have, chapati and yellow dal. So I don't remember when I had it first, but I've had it all my life. Just different versions of it. Add tomato or add onions or just have dal as is. So I guess,
Nice. What made you add the mango though?
I love mango, so I just add mango in anything I make, and I thought it might be a little different today.
So did you make it for the first time today?
Adding mango, yes.
Interesting.
But I've added mango in everything, so I usually show me mango and I'll have to throw it in any dish.
Nice. So, what are the different permutations you've tried, and where did you get this recipe from, firstly?
So, the way we traditionally make this particular yellow dal is in Tamil we call it kootu.
Yeah.
So we use it with various vegetables,
Yeah.
and we use a little sambar powder or variation of the sambar powder, and it's kind of a thicker version with vegetables.
Yeah.
And we have it with rice.
Yeah.
So this is, I think, with little jeera and more like I would say North Indian, though I don't know which part of North India, but I use mango instead of a vegetable. So it's kind of a mix of what I make traditionally and not, something with a little different spices.
And how many different how has this dal evolved for you over the years?
Oh, so dal is the best. You can have it however, have it like a soup, have it, with the rice, with chapati, so with vegetables, with nuts, and you can throw it. So I don't know, there's so many variations of it.
Yeah.
So how can I tell you how many I have?
True.
What you feel like it on a day and what is there in your fridge is all what it makes, I think.
So where do you usually go for your recipes though?
I don't know. I guess reach from tradition, whatever little in my mind.
Yeah.
I love to be creative, and I reach into old sources, whatever I know, what's being passed on, and I think it's a combination of everything.
Awesome.
Yeah.
And do you have anything? I'm
Globalization.
So we had this conversation today around the globalization of food and how what you're eating right now is not where you're at, kind of a movement, local food, global food, big ag. So do you have any opinions on that?
Don't know. So the way I have, for many years, approached my food is I've tried to go as organic as possible. And I always say I have a son who's but 24 years old, and I keep saying I created a monster because he's like if I'm organic, everything is grass fed, everything is so, and that kind of food is incredibly expensive. But we've started eating that food, and now it's hard to go back. So I know local food versus organic food, and there's so many debates, and it's always so hard for me to make the choice. And I've stuck to as organic as I can. Not always, but at least when it comes to dairy and when it comes to certain fruits and certain things, I don't know at this time, what is the best. But that's what I think.
And what about ingredients for Indian food, right? Like how do you handle that?
One thing is turmeric. I know if you buy in local Indian store, it's probably going to have a lot of yellow powder added to it. So I've started buying turmeric at Whole Foods. So stuff like that, what you get in Whole Foods, I don't buy it any longer from the Indian store, which is sad because I love to go to the Indian store and pick it up and it works better. But when you hear about what's being mixed, vegetables and fruits are being colored, so you're afraid to buy anymore. The minute you read about these things, you don't know what you're going to get in your dinner plate. So it's you just try to make the choices when and whatever you're aware of, you try to avoid it.
And what's the difference from the experience of buying something at the Indian store versus Whole Foods? Like, how is that experience different? Like you said, you'd want to go to an Indian store and buy it, right?
Just Indian vegetables, it's just what you get there. The
So the
familiarity of
produce.
going there and seeing Madras masala or
Exactly.
or a bhaji, or
Yeah.
I love that.
Yeah, exactly.
I don't get that in Whole Foods.
Yeah.
But then if I know that turmeric from the Indian store is not going to be as pure as, then I would rather get it from Whole Foods.
Okay, great. This was perfect. Thank you so much.